The topic for today's debate being the attitude of parents today is detrimental to the creative growth of their child. And I, Srishti Bhardwaj of St. Mary's Allahabad, stands firmly against the motion. My dear friends, I know that each one of you is enthusiastic and certainly have that spark to achieve your future endeavors. But remember one thing, that for a firm building, a strong foundation is required. And so, without the guidance of our parents, we are nothing but a tree without roots. Just imagine the scenario. If God had not created our parents, there would have been no one to teach us how to walk, to lift us up when we had a fall, to prepare a hot cup of coffee late night just before our exams, to pray to the Almighty to protect us from all evil and to heal and cure us from all our pains and sufferings, to give us an affectionate hug, even if we fail in physics and maths, in order to boost our morale. In fact, our parents teach us to take a stand and, even if a great fall, to fight back courageously to all the difficulties that come up on our way. So, how can their guidance and suggestions harm or destroy our future? They love us, care for us, and want us to leave our own mark in the competitive world where there is a rat race. People are ready to crush others and move ahead. The leniency of our parents might leave our future at stake, because what will happen when we will step out of their cocoon into this world where people are ready to chop us for a wrong attitude? My dear friends, our parents have already had a lot of experience, and so they want to correct us so that we do not repeat the same mistakes again in our lives. Thus, it has been widely said that spare the rod and spoil the child. I would like to give you certain examples of great personalities. Indira Gandhi, the first lady Prime Minister of our country, was a beloved one of her supportive parents. Sanjana Kapoor, the daughter of the famous Kapoor family, has proved her mettle and dramatic worth. And of course, without Yuvraj Singh, Virendra Sehwag, and others in the Indian cricket team, we won't have been able to win the championship of the ICC World Cup 2011. Lastly, I would like to leave this up to the audience to decide by quoting that it is a real fact that without the guidance of our parents, all of us present here on the stage won't have been able to present our views on the topic of today's debate. Now I would like to conclude in the words of Romana Vanilos. The present generation must know the story of their culture, be proud of your ancestors, and become ideal children of your parents. Thank you.
I'm Akshay Shawji from St. Joseph's College, and I think that you have misinterpreted the topic. The topic states that this house believes that the attitude of parents today is detrimental to the creative growth of the child. It does not state that their guidance or the suggestion is detrimental to the child's growth. If my parents' attitude is poor, if my mother always scorns at me or always looks at me with disdain when I'm painting, I will feel bad, so I will change. So it is not about guidance and suggestion, it is about attitude. That is what the topic is saying. I think you've got what I'm talking about.
Well, after as you're talking about the attitude, so our parents, they have two sides, just like of the same coin. They have to be stern when they think that we are being misguided from our path. So definitely we'll get the scoldings, and our mothers and fathers, they are going to scream and shout on us. But that is in a way their guidance, guiding us to work hard, to get better marks, and it's not about just marks, to do well in whatever we plan to do in our lives.
Thank you.
So basically, the matter which I have spoken regarding this topic, it has a great and a deeper connection with what attitude.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
I now call upon Vani Rathod of MPBM to present her views. I'm sorry, yes. Would you please come back? Prapti Sharma, who will be speaking for the motion from MPBM.
Your children are not your children. They are sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. And though they are with you, they belong not to you. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to everyone. Today I, Prapti Sharma, representing Maharshi Patanjali Vidya Mandir, stand here to debate on the topic, attitude of parents today is detrimental to the creative growth of their child, and I support the motion. I would like to ask you, how many of you do exactly what your parents want you to do? And how many of your parents expect you to follow what they say? The answer to both these questions is entirely different. No matter what our parents say, the ultimate choice is to be made by the child, whether or not he wishes to follow their directions. George Bernard Shaw said, "The natural term of affection of a human animal for its offspring is 6 years." The parents can only show us the options available. Making a choice is up to us. In today's world of raising inflation, when both parents are working, they rarely have time for their child. The child is on his own. He is the one who decides what he wants from his life, not his parents. Your mom or dad cannot force you to become a doctor or an engineer. If you want to do that, you can. If you do not, then you don't have to. If the parents force their child to do so, they themselves are driving the child to the heights of frustration. A man is the father of his son's flesh and blood, and not his mind. A doctor's son may not necessarily be a doctor. He might like painting, and he can take up painting if he wishes to. The parents can only teach us about the world. They cannot force us to develop the skills they want us to. A child might be a living image of his parents, but they do not necessarily need to be like them. I agree, to one point of time, that is, when the children are young, parents play a vital role in their development. But as they grow up, the influence of their parents starts to hinder their development. As the child grows, the number of influential people in her life increases. Her dependence on parents decreases. Forcing children to follow the dreams that the parents could not achieve not only creates dissatisfaction in the family, but also disagreements and differences of thoughts. And ultimately, the child deviates from his own goal. To avoid such conflicts, parents need to understand that the children are capable of following their dreams, and parents need to give them the space they require to develop. So I would like to conclude by saying that parents build a tangled web for their children when they try to force their ideas on their children, which ultimately leads to dissatisfaction for all. Thank you.
My question to you is, have you seen reality shows like Sare, Gamapa, India's Got Talent? And in spite of population growth, if you say that parents are forcing, then the number of singers, number of dancers, number of talented people should decrease. But why are they increasing, and why such reality shows are increasing, and why such young minds are coming and participating? What will you say?
See, if you have seen those reality shows, you might have seen the auditions as well. Because in those auditions, most of the participants are those whose parents do not support